All right, buddy. So just so that everybody is aware, I'm Fernando Arencibia with Arenci Properties Realty, and I have the great pleasure of having Gerson Sotolongo with IBERIA Bank here with me today. We decided to get together and do this Zoom meeting and record it so that we could post it out to everyone and kind of discuss a little bit of everything that's going on, all the SBA loans and all of the disaster relief that's out there. So I wanted to start by first asking you to say a little bit about yourself and about your banking experience so that, everybody knows a little more about you, Gerson.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, first and foremost, thank you, Fernando, for having me. And I know you and I, we get together, daily, and we go over everything that's going on, and we share any trends and opinions of what we have. But a little bit about myself. I've been in the industry for about 3 years now. I started with a smaller local community bank. I'm now with IBERIA. I'm part of the private banking group. A little bit about IBERIA. IBERIA has been around, for 133 years in service. Our headquarters are based out of Louisiana. I believe we're close to 335 offices in 10 states. So with a huge presence here in South Florida. Pretty much that's about it. I mean, we focus on commercial lending, really, really important on banking relationships. That's really lethal for us. Right. So basically, that's a little bit about myself, and a little bit about IBERIA, which is important. I have a lot of pride in working for an institution such as with the caliber of IBERIA Bank. So I'm excited with them.
Well, I think they're lucky to have you. One of the things that I think is part of why IBERIA is so special is because even though you have 333 offices in all the states, the fact that it feels like it's a very local bank, it's a very community-oriented bank. In my dealings with the bank, in the past with the bank, and with yourself, it just feels very local. I think
Absolutely.
Everybody's part of the community, and I know that part of this is you are now finding yourself in a situation where you're doing things that you're not customarily. It hasn't been your bread and butter, which has been really customer relationships, private banking, and now you're kind of shifting gears into helping the business owner address this unprecedented situation that we find ourselves in. So I wanted to ask you, because there's so much information out there about all the different programs. Can you tell us a little bit about, what is available for business owners through the SBA and through the CARE Act that was passed last Friday?
Yeah. Well, every day, you can probably vouch for me as well. We learn about this. We learn new things. Every day it's something new comes out. Every day we hear new things. So, phone's blowing up. But there are two programs that are very coming up a lot, which is the Paycheck Protection Program and then the SBA Disaster Assistance Response. They're similar. However, I think a lot of small business owners are really shooting towards the Paycheck Protection Program. Okay. I think that's the program where a lot of business owners are going to benefit from. I think they're going to. It's more of it's really going to help the employees. In other words, we can go straight into what the program requires, or is there?
Sure. No, absolutely. Because yesterday I was able to share with a lot of people the application that already came out and a little bit of the information. I know we're going to get a little more deeper, but why don't we start there? Tell us about what exactly is the Paycheck Protection Program?
So the Paycheck Protection, I think what it intends to is just to make sure that local businesses, small businesses, they keep their employees employed. The government is going to support these businesses, which is good, for us, for the community, for the economy. So I think that is the role of this the Paycheck Protection Program. It's just to make sure that businesses keep on running. This is support for businesses to keep on running, to keep everyone employed, and no job losses. To make sure once we get through this pandemic, that we are to get back to normal as quick as possible.
Okay. So tell us, how much is a business owner able to borrow under the Paycheck Protection Program?
The number on the Paycheck Protection, the number is $10 million. That's the cap.
That's a cap, right?
Yes. So depending, again, this is going to be underwritten, very light. I'm not. It's not gonna be no personal guarantee, but the number is still gonna be underwritten. If there's any business debts, they will be taken into consideration.
Right.
So this is not just put, sign my name here and here's the money. Where the banks are going to be underwrite these loans. I mean, basically what it is, and we can get into a little more details. I have it here pulled up in front of me.
Sure.
So a lot of people are asking about the forgiveness part. Obviously, it's
Right.
it's the so the loan will be forgiven. Go
Before
ahead.
you
I'm
get
sorry.
to the forgiveness side, which is it's very, I do get that question a
Yeah.
lot because people want to know exactly what are the details, right? But correct me if I'm wrong. What the businesses are able to borrow is 250% or 2.5 times their average monthly payroll,
Yeah.
right?
So
That's how you determine the loan amount that you're able to apply for, right?
yes. So what we're taking is we're taking the last 12 months of expenses, and the monthly average expense, we're gonna multiply that by 2.5,
But
and
is
that's
it
how we
the
come up
expense or only the payroll part of the expense?
the expenses. So
Okay.
payroll, this yeah, it includes. I mean, it includes everything.
Okay.
Your business expenses.
Okay.
Now, what would be forgiven, at least of 75% of the loan you're receiving, 75% of that loan amount has to be towards payroll.
Okay.
That's how it becomes the forgiveness program becomes a part of it.
But you have to pay the same amount that you were paying in the past, right? You can. There's a little confusion as to whether you're able to reduce any of the paychecks or even increase what you're paying out to people.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we go based on the last 12 months, so we have historical expenses. So
Exactly.
based on that, I mean, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of, again, and every day we learn new things. I mean, today we have a call. Yesterday I had a call. So every day is something new. Here's a new answer to your
Right.
question.
Now,
But as of
one
right now,
thing. Uh-huh.
no,
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, that one thing that I appreciate you sent my way is I saw the application. Like I said,
Yeah.
I share it with a lot of people. It's really 4 pages, but it's really only about 1.5 pages of information because
Yes.
there's a lot of checkoffs. So it looks to me like it's going to be a very streamlined process.
Yes.
And then you send me something that I'm going to share as well, which is an addendum that basically has a summary of those expenses per month for the last 12 months. So it looks like you mentioned in the past, it's going to be a little bit of light underwriting, because they want to expedite the process.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when can people begin to apply?
We are taking applications for only our bank clients right now.
Okay.
We started today. Tomorrow we should be able to submit them. Uh,
Okay.
I'm sorry, but yes, we are starting to take these applications to get ready for once we really get the green light.
Right.
We already have a lot of applications. We have a lot of files put saved in order. It's just to speed up the process
Right.
because the volume is. I mean, I believe my office. I have here the list. Between my office alone, we have about 56 files.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's only within yesterday and today.
Right.
So we are expecting to have a very high volume on this. But yeah, we're starting to take applications fully starting today.
So I understand that you had a call with the SBA yesterday, as did many banks. And what the SBA wants is, if you're a business owner, go to your bank first, right?
Yes.
And if your bank is an SBA lender, then they will be able to process, because the SBA wants every bank to first process the applications of their current clients. But
Yes.
what
Correct.
happens and I have some clients that have banking relationships, their bank is not an SBA lender. So what happens to those people? Are you able to take care of them at some point? What is the timeline going to be for them?
Yeah. Okay. I've had this a lot of clients calling me, and and if they don't have their primary relationship here, what I do is like, please go back to your bank, and I'll be glad to guide them, and whatever you need, please call me, and I'm a phone call away always. But yes, so we are prioritizing our clients. Um, the clients who have banking relationships with banks who are not SBA lenders, As of right now, from my institution, they don't. We're not going to take their applications as of yet. However, that could change anytime. You know, we're not denying the clients. However, we are letting them know, stating, you know, we are prioritizing our clients. So I as of right now, I would say, you know, find it's just a tough situation to be in.
Right. But
But
like you said, you might be able. You already have 56 applications. You might be able to process a lot of them quickly, and then be
yeah,
able to open it up to take care of those that have a banking relationship with a non SBA lender.
yes, yeah,
I
we
want to ask
will.
you. Go ahead.
We will get to, I mean, we will be able to assist them. As of right now, today, I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
However, in a week from now, I could say I'm pretty sure we'll be able to start taking those applications. But I am sending, you know, clients who are calling me, I am referring back to, you know, where's your primary bank? If they're offered this, please do it with them.
Right. No, I know. I know you've been very helpful to a lot of people that have already reached out to you
Yeah,
from me. So I want to ask you. They say that the application for small businesses is now this Friday is when they'll be able to submit. But then there's
yeah,
a portion of this that is for self-employed and independent contractors that they can apply next Friday, April
yeah.
10th. Do you have already some idea of how that's going to work? Because I really don't understand how a
Uh,
self-employed individual is going to be able to apply for this under
Yeah.
that paycheck protection, you know?
A lot of questions were asked yesterday regarding this. They will be able to apply for this program.
Okay.
However, the tricky part is, you know, the payroll, the forgiveness is part of it. I don't know how, you have expenses as self-employed, and you have your business
Right.
expenses, you have your monthly expenses. I just don't know how they're going to consider any forgiveness, um,
Right.
even though you are paying yourself some kind of way, right? So maybe I don't know if they're gonna take that into consideration for the forgiveness. Well, but they will be able to
Yeah.
apply as well.
I know that the National Association of Realtors is working with the Treasury to get clarity and with SBA to get clarity as to how this is going to be applied on a practical basis. You know,
Yeah,
how practically people are going to be able to apply for this as a self-employed and independent contractor. So as soon as we have some clarity, I want to share that with you as well. Um, you know, I find that this um, this process, I know people are going to have asked these questions. What do you what do you think is going to be the timeline, for example, for the 56 applications that you have online? What do you think is going to be the timeline for the underwriting process? When are those people going to begin to get approvals
yeah,
and start getting money?
yeah. Well, I know here. I don't know how I can't speak on behalf of other
Right.
institutions, but I know with us, for say, we have designated a team to focus on. So each division has two lenders just for the SBA who are working with us hand in hand. So they're going to be
Yeah.
assisting us. I believe the average will be about a 48-hour return on the approval process. Now, funding could probably take about a week to 2 weeks.
Okay. All right.
The approval process might take anywhere between 24 to 48 hours,
Right.
depending on the volume, and the funding, I would say a week to 2 weeks. That's what we were told.
So there is another program, which is what they call the economic injury disaster loan, and I know
Yes.
that there's an online application that is really simple. It's 4 pages. I, can you tell us a little bit about that program? I understand that there is perhaps a way for businesses to get for businesses to get $10,000 rather quickly to help them with cash flow. I don't really understand, and maybe you could educate me on this. Is this a grant? Is this something that they have to pay back? Is this going to be part of a loan?
This is a loan.
Okay,
This is a loan. Yeah, it's a the cap is $2 million.
right.
Yes, there are terms and there. So I have them here, and I did some review on it. So it's just a regular loan, obviously with a very low interest rate. So for regular businesses, it's going to be a 3.75 interest rate,
Right.
and the term could be up to 30 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
this could be based on, again, this is on base case by case basis. So depending on the ability to repay,
Yeah.
if if they have to take it up to 30 years, they will. If they don't, there's no need to it. So it's a case by case.
Yeah.
So for a regular business, it will be a 3.75 30-year term, or
Just
depending on the
good.
ability to repayment. For a
Right.
nonprofit, it's going to be 2.75 for nonprofits.
Okay. That's excellent. Well,
Yeah.
speaking about interest, I mean, one of the things that I read about the Paycheck Protection Program,
Yeah.
even if it's not even if you can't get it forgiven, right? It's
Yeah.
a 2-year term loan, but it's 0.5% interest rate, right?
0.5%. Yes.
So, for businesses that are looking to have working capital, especially now with all the uncertainty, even if you can get all of it forgiven or only a
Yeah.
portion of it forgiven, I mean, it's still a great plan,
It's I mean, it's an opportunity to stay alive,
Yeah, exactly. Correct.
It's
Exactly.
and I'm
Well,
glad we're doing this.
absolutely. Gerson, anything else that you wanna share with people regarding what you guys are working on? I know that there's a lot of moving parts, and you're every day getting new guidelines from SBA, so
Yeah.
it's a
Again,
work in progress.
we're all learning. Again, there's some clients that know more about this than we do. They're on this 24/7, and
Right.
but the point of it is that we are going to assist anyone we could. I was up yesterday at 3 a.m. putting up emails together, and
Yeah.
and guidance thing, and we're gonna get through it. That's important. We're here for our clients, obviously, and
Yeah.
we're gonna make sure we touch everyone. So
Exactly. No, and obviously we're doing the social distancing. You're there at your office. I see there's not a lot of people around. Usually we'll be hustle and bustle. So I know that we're doing everything we can, because ultimately this is really a health crisis, and we want to make sure everybody is healthy and safe. And listen, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate it. I'm going to share this with everybody. I'm going to share your contact info as I did yesterday,
absolutely.
in case they want to reach out to you, because like you said, even if they're not banking with you right now, you can guide them and help them out, and maybe in a few days you will be able to do some intake of non-banking clients for this program.
Yeah.
So, again, man, I appreciate you, brother. I hope everything continues to be well for you. All right. I know you're working really hard to help a lot of people and a lot of business in our community.
Absolutely.
So for that, I thank you. God bless. And, we'll be talking again. All right.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you and getting together
I know,
soon.
man. I know.
Hopefully
Soon
we get
enough.
over this quick.
Exactly. All right, buddy. Be
All
good.
right, brother.
All right.
Likewise.
All right. Bye-bye.